So my husband and I just were at the Whipple building. We're in just when things started to feel kind of normal and the grief for me personally was starting to subside. This happened this morning, so we geared up. We went over to the Whipple building, and every time ICE agents would drive by, we were making our voice heard. But I just want to share a little incident that happened. So like, us as Minneapolis residents, we're in a state of anger, grief, and fear at this point. And so there were some police officers. I don't know if they're state or they were county police, whatever. County sheriff. But they were coming behind us and they were removing ice chunks because I think that they're worried that people are going to start using them as projectiles at cars. And I'm angry and I'm upset too. But if people do get to that point, that's not the right way to handle this. That's going to escalate things way out of control. That's what the Trump administration wants. And so protesters were coming up and yelling and shouting at the police that were moving the ice chunks. And while I was trying to have a civil conversation with one where we were like, he was agreeing with me when they started coming up to yell and shout at him. And it was really loud and obnoxious. So I was walking over and I was like, guys, please stop. We need them on our side. And those assholes turned on me. One retard with a bullhorn, a megaphone, started literally to my ear, shouting in my ear, and I smacked it away, and she did it again. I want to tell you something. If someone does that to your ear, you're going to feel like you're being assaulted, and you're going to... So twice I whacked that shit out of her hand. And her friend came over and started yelling and shouting. And I'm not proud of how I handled it, but I was really mad. So I reached back because I was like, don't you come any closer. Like I was, that if you were in the same kind of situation with the tension that's going on, you might do the same thing. But my point is this. Protesters look, we're mad, we're angry, we're scared. But there's still a chance for us to handle this in a civil way with the legal system, getting the legal system on our side. If we start turning, it's not time to start turning on the police yet. I know people are frustrated and they feel like the police aren't doing enough. And I understand that. But we cannot turn on them yet. We have to try to work with the system before we start getting all geared up and ready for civil war. And that's what I think some of these people are ready for. That will be disastrous. So I want to remind you guys, don't turn on the police yet. Shout at the ICE agents all you want. Remind the police, hey, it'd be really nice if you guys could be on our side. But don't turn them away from being on our side by shouting at them and heckling them and being verbally abusive like that girl was with the bullhorn. And don't turn on your fellow protesters when they're trying to ask you to stop shouting at the police. Anyway, we're heading over to the site where this poor VA nurse was murdered. Bye for now.